Hey, 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 you know what day it is. It's Tuesday. And what happens on Tuesday? It's Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. All right. So today's Tuesday Tea with D is inspired by a thought, um, just kind of some things that have been happening in current events. And really, I think I'll just be honest, it was sparked by the surprising death of Chadwick Boseman. And just for those of you who are joining me for the very first time, a Tuesday Tea with D, I am Deetra Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker, and I Speak Life mentor of TrueHeartSpeaks.com and Trueheart Speaks Enterprises LLC, where we are helping overwhelmed and overthinking women of faith get out of their own way and get to the business of living. And so we help them get unstuck and get started. And so with that being said, the Tuesday Tea with D are just motivational messages, just to kind of help you get out of your own way, right? Take that next best step. And so it didn't start with the death of Black Panther, but it did, it was sparked or initiated. And so a couple of weeks ago, probably, yeah, it's been about 2 or 3 weeks, there was another sudden death of an entrepreneur that I follow, and multimillionaire, and it was sudden. She had been sick. And so um, it really did something to me because I had been watching her process, her progress, just her, just over the years, right? Just watching her grow. And so when Chadwick died, and then we find out that the 4 years between now and 2016, he had also been dealing with colon cancer. I really wanted to just kind of put it out there and really ask you, and even me, right, this question of what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We do not know the day nor the time that we are going to leave this earth, but we do have a responsibility to be intentional about our legacy and what we want to leave behind and who we are touching, and making sure that we leave this space full, right? And I shouldn't say full, we leave empty, but with this space full of what we are leaving behind. And I even think back to Dr. Miles Monroe, who was a heavy hitter in the kingdom of God before he passed away suddenly. And I still see YouTube videos that they are still putting out of whether it's old or new content. I'm not sure how much he preached or how much content he had stored away for when he was gone. But I think about the impact of Dr. Miles Monroe, the impact of Chadwick Boseman, the impact of the Six-Figure Chick, the impact of all of these different people who I followed and who I, just kind of, and to be honest, I didn't follow Chadwick, but we loved, my son, we loved Black Panther. And so my challenge to you is really to take some time to answer the question, what are you waiting for? Ask yourself, what am I waiting for? Why have I not gotten started? Why have I not jumped all the way in? I'm willing to bet that if you jumped in, you have not jumped all the way in. And if you've jumped all the way in, you're still in the shadow side. You're not in the deep end, right? And so what is it that you need to do when you think about it? And I posed this question, and I posed it a couple of times. When we talk about the life of Jesus Christ, he had 3 years to impact this world, to teach and train 12 disciples to literally turn this world upside down. If you knew you had 3 years to literally change the world, to impact those who are connected to you, and it could be 12 individuals, but those 12 individuals will be impacted to change the world, what would you do and how would you do it? Would you allow the fear to overcome you and take over you and stabilize you and stunt your growth? Would you allow discouragement? Would you allow the things that people are saying about you or the things that you think people are saying? Like, would you allow those things to get in the way of you knowing that you only have a certain amount of time to get some things done? And so I really just want to implore you to think about that. There are so many books that die with the people who will not write them. There are so many songs that die with the people who wrote them but didn't publish them and put them out there. There are so many organizations and programs, so many different things that are happening or that I should say could be happening, or that never happened because they died and they are now in the cemetery with the person who is carrying them. And so my challenge to you is to, I don't know, push forward. Have a tribe of people around you who can cover you and who can push you and who can love on you, right? And so nobody knew that Chadwick had cancer. Nobody knew, even during the time on set. Nobody knew. I'm sure that there were some people who knew. I'm sure that there were some people who covered him. And so in those spaces where it gets hard, you got to have people who are going to cover you. Who are those people? In those spaces, you got to have people who can be speaking the right things in your ear. Who are those people? You got to have safe spaces that you can go. Where are those places? I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, I would hate for you to just die and not die empty, right? The goal, we are gonna die, but will you die taking everything that's in you with you, or will you leave it here for us to experience? Will you leave it here for the people who are assigned to you? Will you leave it here so that when you're gone, the legacy, the impact that you've made, the influence that you made lives on far beyond you being here, that you being gone is so much greater than you being here, that people remember? I mean, I don't know. And like we may not be called to thousands. We may be like Jesus, who's called to 12. And the focus is to impact those around us. But he was called to disciple those 12 so that those 12 disciples could go out and change the world. And so maybe you're called to 12 people. My challenge to you is that you get whatever it is that you need to get to train those 12 people, to impact those 12 people, to impart into those 12 people. If it's 1,200 people, if it is 12,000 people, if it's 12 million people, however many people you have been called to, I challenge you to come forward. I challenge you to show up. I challenge you to get out of your own way. I challenge you to ask yourself the question, what am I waiting for? What are you waiting for? You don't know how much time you have. You don't know how much time you have. I prophesy over myself to say, I'm going to live till I'm 102. And even in saying that I'm going to live until I'm 102, I don't want to wait until I'm 96, live until I'm 96, then start, impacting the world. I don't want to prolong whatever it is that God has placed inside of me. I want to develop it and cultivate it and be ready in a space so that when my time comes, I'm ready. Jesus was ready. Chadwick was ready. Cece was ready. Miles Monroe was ready. Will you be ready? Will you be ready? If you need assistance, if you need to have a conversation about what it looks like, why you can't get started, I love to be able to invite you to book a 30-minute breakthrough session with me. It is an introduction to my private one-on-one coaching. And so if that's something that you are interested in, I would encourage you to go to trueheartspeaks.as.me/get unstuck. If you want to be a part of my inner circle, which is my paid membership, you can join the waiting list at trueheartspeaks.com/inner circle. That is the lower level connection to me where, it's all about community, accountability, training, connection. And so, we spend time, you get a monthly training, you get monthly teaching, you also get monthly accountability and goal setting, and you get a monthly push, right? And so sometimes all we need is a push. We need some people to help dissect some things. And so if that's what you need, then I would love to have you as a part of the inner circle, right? And so I'm going to be enrolling soon. And so you can get on the waiting list again at trueheartspeaks.com/inner circle. But if you know that you need one-on-one assistance, you need somebody who can help you get the things out of your head so that you can get moving, let's have a conversation, right? You're ready to invest. You're ready to sit down. You're ready. You're not even sure how to get moving, but what you're doing now is not working. And so I want to invite you to have conversation with me, just 30 minutes over the phone. We'll talk and we'll decide if working together works best for us. Make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and anywhere else that True Heart Speaks is found. YouTube and LinkedIn is under Dietra Trueheart. But also make sure that you share this video, tag somebody in the comments below, or send a link to somebody that you know, so that they can be challenged and pushed, and they can sit down and really answer this question: what am I waiting for? Because I want you to answer that question, and then I want you to type it into the comments. Let me know how this message has impacted you on this Tuesday Tea with D. I love connecting with you. I love being able to share with you, and I hope that you are enjoying these weekly messages. And so until next time, I'll see you for another serving of Tuesday Tea with D.